I am back with my vintage F1 car. So here you go. This is where I'm at with the car. Those are simply dummy wheels. I am now going to start working on the body of the car. I'll do an explanation of all the new parts that I've had, but I didn't want to bore anybody with more long videos of me designing the same kind of parts over and over. So I'm going to now start to work on the body, which I should have. This is body mounts. Okay, F1 body shell. So I'm going to start working on the rear end of the body. I have my little look here in order to eyeball what the car is going to look like, because this is what I do. I have no interest in just doing a blueprint copy of the car. I prefer to do my own interpretation of the car, and that's what I've been doing for all the cars that I have. So all the lookalikes I have might look alike, but they are not designed at all from a blueprint. So that's why as well they look quite different, like the Supra that I have, which is not a Supra, it's an SP. A lot of things match, like the height, the wheelbase, and so on, but everything is just eyeballed from a blueprint. So that's what I'm going to be doing over there, and I am not sure how I'm going to come to make up the shape. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to follow the proportion of the car from the wheel to the front over there, the end of the bonnet. I get 14 and a half, and to the back I have 12. So that's a 26. I need to check if 26 is feasible on the vacuum forming machine. Otherwise I might have to move the line a little bit back. So let me check. 26. I think 26 is going to be okay. It's a bit much. 26 is really the limit that I can do. So ideally I'm going to do something like 23. So I might change either, I think I'm just going to change the cut line of the hoods. That's the easiest thing to do. And so instead of being 14 mil in the front, and I'm going to still keep the 12 in the rear. So based on where the wheel is, the rear is around 12, and so we want to have no more than 23 in length from that point on. So that means my line for the hood cut is going to be around here. Okay, so let's do that. Now I didn't check the height that I'm going to have, so let's take a quick look at the height. First of all, from the ground up, the body starts at 1.8 cm. Much too high. I'm lowering the car low to the ground. I don't want to have a car that is just flipping every time I make a corner. So the height is about 8 cm, 7.5 cm. So I guess 71, that's pretty good. I might... I don't want to have something too high, but okay. So let's say that this is my body line. We're going to have a straight line to about hold on, maybe we're going to have a little curve to where the windshield is going to be. It's a little bit too tall. No, I don't like that. Okay, so let's go something like that. I think it's not bad. And then this is a little bit before the start of the wheel, and then straight down, and then this is going to curve. So do I want the back to be that crazy far down? I guess so. Okay. And of course the back is not going, we're going to move it over there. So it's going to be something like that. Then I will cut the driver's seat, As far as the general shape, I might do extrude it as a box and then chamfer the shape around. Let's try that. If that doesn't work, I will figure out another operation to do it, but I think that's the easiest way, because this car is basically some kind of a cylinder with straight lines and then little curvy parts at the bottom where the exhausts are coming out. So let's see. Yeah, I will cut the driver's seat from it later on. I think this is the easiest way. This is unclosed. Why is it not closed? This is always a problem. Okay, so this is closed. This is closed. This one. Okay. Naughty line. All right, we are back to a closed shape. So why I want to do an extrusion and a fillet, I always say chamfer, it's a fillet on each side. It's simply because that allows me to do the exact same fillet when I do the front part, and I don't need to project the lines too much. Oh yeah, but there's going to be a pretty big curve at the back. Okay, so it is 100 wide. I need to make it wider because I'm going to need to angle each side more. So I think I'm going to go 110, and then I can cut 5 mil from the top. And I think I'm going to do that at the same time that I am doing the curved shape. So the curve of the back of the car starts, it starts pretty much from the driver position, which is it's about 3 cm from the front of the rear wheel. Oh, I am not, my tires are not at the center at all. Let me see what happened to my tires over there. What is going on, tires? Interesting. What plane did I use? Oh, this is not the center plane. This is not the center plane. This is why. Okay. Where are you, center plane? Sorry, I can't see. You are the work plane, aren't you? You are the one I want. Okay, that's much better. Right, we are back on the track. Okay, so to do the back of the car, I'm going to draw a curve, like I said, from pretty much the back of the tire here. We are 30 mil from there. So from there on to how big is the back over there? Okay, it's about 1. So the end over here is going to be about 2 cm. So we're going to make 10 mil on one side. And now we're going to try to get the curve working and just eyeball something nice. I think this is it, something like that. A nice natural curve to the car. And you will see now how I'm going to get the angle to get the car, because when you vacuum form, you can't vacuum form anything straight. You need to have ideally something like 5 degrees angle in order for the form to just pop out. So I am going to do that in a simple manner by doing the extrusion directly at an angle. But for that, I need to have a single piece extruded and not more than a single piece. So let's see if my idea works. Let's see if my shape is closed. Let's see if it's going to happen. Okay, so the shape is closed. This is a good part. Okay, now I'm extruding a cut. So this is cutting from it. And so now you're going to be able to see that I can taper it. So I'm going to taper about 5 degrees the wrong way, and I'm going to taper it the right way. Right, so now I've got a pretty nice angle. I usually use 5. Sometimes I do less. I just feel 5 is just super easy to release from the mold. And now from that, so I'm still might change my mind about the way I'm going to do this shape, but I'm trying with that technique first, which is the fillets. I might not have enough room at the back here to have a large enough fillet actually. So we will see how much. 10 is not really enough. This is not great. 20 is too much because the rear is too narrow. So that operation, I'm afraid, is not going to work. Okay, so if that operation does not work, because this is just not nice. This is too squarish. Yeah, I can go 15, but this does not look. Actually, let's see what it looks like once the driver's seat is cut away. The other way that I can do it is to loft different profile together. That's super nice technique as well. It works well. You can have much more curves that are regrouping on each other and so on. But I like to do very simple kind of sculpting operation when I design things. I don't know, that's just me. That doesn't mean it's the right way to do it, but why 2 mil? Who knows? Okay, so let's cut the driver's seat and we will see what the car looks like with the driver's seat cut away from the center. It's not really the center, but nevertheless, I think we can do directly an ellipse. We are going to have to cut from about here to here. So the center of the ellipse is going to be about here. Where are you, center? Green dot. Where are you, my green dot friend? Here. All right, that's super useful, by the way. Okay, so I believe this should give me an angle. This is pretty much perfect, except for the back, which is going to be more open. But this is fine. Okay, so let's give it a try. Let's see what that feels like, because it is, for me, it's just about that. I'm not too concerned as long as it feels all right. Now, I still think this is too square. The car should be a lot rounder. This is not going to work. Okay, so scrapping everything. Goodbye, dream. Okay, so we are sorry about the madness behind. This is my son. Okay, I'm going to take back my sketch because I still think the side profile is actually correct. So I'm going to keep the side profile. I'm just going to copy and paste it over here. And then I'm going to delete all the other operations that I've done until now. Goodbye operations. And I'm going to start by creating a plane over here in this direction. That is right. Okay, so this is going to be actually probably easier to work from, but I don't know. I like to just try things around, see what works, what doesn't work. So this time, let's go 52 at the bottom, which means we have 104. And where the driver is sitting, the front, the end of the bonnet is 8.5 tall. So here you go, 84. And so now we're going to be able to do a much nicer curve, I think. Could we do a curve all the way to the bottom? Probably. That's not going to be. This is this is going to be much nicer. Something like that, and then probably. You know what? Actually, working like that, I can do everything directly. So I can directly have all the curves that I want. And because the good thing with the loft operation is that you can really mismatch different shapes together. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but when it does, it's a good day. So I'm going to hope for a good day. I can't create a mirror. Explain to me why, Chief. Why not? Why not create a mirror? Let's see what it's telling me. Failed. That's not a good thing. That's not very helpful information as well. You are not in touch with yourself. Okay, let's go back. So, here you go. It's bulging out a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit tough to remove from the bottom. I'm actually going to remedy that right away because I don't want to have any release problem. I have some mold on which I really stretch the ability to release the mold, and they work, but it is kind of a pain when you need to do a big production, because it's just like every mold you're just crossing your fingers that you don't bend something around. Okay, it worked this time. Fantastico. Okay, so this is my first half. What does that even mean? It is, okay, this is my first profile for my loft. It is taller than what I've designed before, but this is actually fine. The next loft is going to be, I think I'm going to go directly to this part over there where it is the high point, and then I'll go to the low point. Probably I'll do in three different planes. Okay, so we are going to offset this plane to our low point, which is around there. So the profile around there is going to be narrower than what we have here. Okay, so how much narrower? That is the question. So I don't want to eyeball absolutely everything. I want to be a little bit correct on some of the measurements. So it says 90 mil over there. I was at 104, so I'm going to go 90 mil from over here. And the height is, I need to place the height, so I'm going to project the high point. Now I have my height, and okay, the curve over there, you can see that the car is really round, really soft, so it could have worked with the chamfer operation I was doing before, but working directly with curves and then lofting everything, I think is going to make a world of a difference. I'm going to try to loft those directly together, although you see that I have those two curves, one and two curves, and this is only one curve. I'm gonna attempt to merge them together with the loft. I don't have a center line, that's a problem. I think I'm going to try to do the loft operation just as a test first. The loft is another one of those operations when really you want to have all your shapes closed, so any points that are not perfectly in touch with each other give problem. So here you go. Okay, the loft works. You see we go from that double curve to a single curve over there. And so that's the way the loft works. You can change the transitions in between, and so you can make it a little bit bulging, which is probably what I'm going to go with later on. I might make it bulge the other way around for the front over there, and then make it curve down the other way when it goes to the third section. So this is very good. We're going to do a save in case everything goes crashing down. And it is now time to make our third plane. I accept anything you throw at me, computer. Anything. Okay, so all right. So the left is a very simple operation. The reason why I don't do it is I just feel it's more of a sculpting process when I work from blocks that I can chamfer and cut from. The left is like when you do a NURBS design directly on software, which is the right way to do it. It's just not a way I like to do. So to each his own. Now the tail is where it's going to get really tricky to get something that works properly, because the drop is very, very, very specific at the back. Let's see how I'm going to tackle that. Okay, so now we are at about 7 cm for the width. So we go to 35. I remember to make a center plane, and the height is going to be around 7.5. So I think I'm going to, let's see what 7.5 looks like. You see my eyeballing is a little bit different from the car. So let's follow what I eyeballed before, which might have been 80. Okay, 79. If you want 79, can I click on you? Let me click on you. Thank you. Okay, 79. Okay, so this is where the curve is going to start to get interesting, because it is very round, but at the same time it's a really tricky shape to get. Where is my point? My point is here. Okay, so let me see. Where am I? Okay, I'm upside down. Everything is perfectly under control. Okay, so I think this is going to give me a fin at the top. I don't want to have a fin at the top. So I need to work out this curve, and then probably from the center of this curve I'm going to try to reach back this one. That should be about right, I think. I have a little shape I don't want over there. No, that's, I should go back on the inside, but actually for the back, I might get away with it. So let's give it a try. You know what? Let's give it a try. Okay, I work on the symmetry, and then I close the shape at the bottom. Now let's give it a try again to the left operation. See how things go. And things are going well so far. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to have to do is going to be that back part over there, and then a cut. The cut is going to be different from the body of the car now. Oh, I'm going to do a nice 3D projections. If you're not familiar with the 3D sketching, that should be interesting to look at. So, okay, I've got my 3 main profiles. I'm going to do the last one. So I need to offset the plane one more time. I think I'm going to go a little further, so to give me a room to cut the shape out of it, or I know what I'm going to do. We are going to loft down. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure this operation is going to work, but If I don't try, I will never know. Okay, so this is the back of the car, and I want to have, I wish it's gonna work. Sometimes wishing things work, just make them work. So this is not right, this is wrong. Okay, better. So mirror, mirror, here you are. Now if this works, that should make it very easy to close the end of the car. If it doesn't work, then I will have done that for nothing, and it's fine, and I'll try another way. So we go there, no, not there. Okay. One more time. Left, left, my friend, left, left. Oh, you are not visible? Okay, something is going on with this. Okay, this one is not closed, I think. There's something wrong. There doesn't appear to be something wrong. Oh, there is something very wrong. This is not attached anywhere. Okay, so go green, now we should be attached. So hopefully, yes, I can select you now. So one profile to the second one, to the third one, to the final one. Okay, this is a bit challenging, the transition at the end. It is not better. Nah. I think I might be able to do it if I better my profile. I think this is just too aggressive. I think it might work. It might work. It might work, but I think I have to go. Maybe it's just not far enough back. Maybe if I just move it a little bit. Yes, I want to move it. That might be it. We'll see. If it's not the case, then I will do the left all in line, and I will then do an extrusion cut. I have the same issue over there. Let's take a look at the shape. Overall, actually, you know why this might actually work? Because the back here is going to be cut. Now let's take a look at, oh, look at that. Now we did, I just did a camel. Okay, so forget about that operation. It is terrible. It is not working at all. Okay, so trial and error. Trial and error. Let's do it simply this way. The last profile that we are going to need is going to be over here. Like I checked before, it was 20 mil. The height, I think, is going to be eyeballed to probably somewhere around here, which is a little bit lower than the center of the wheels, which is about what I want. So I want this is going to be more of a fin at the back, I think, than everything else. That's a very rounded edge. Okay, so let's see if this works out. And if that works out, then I might just have to cut a better profile. I'll have to extrude this. Let's see. First of all, you can lift. Okay, that's good. This is not good. The way the transition happens over here is not nice at all. So first of all, I might not want to lift all of them at once. I might want to do that first. I might keep it straight. I might not do the crazy curve. No, this ain't good. How do you like that? I don't. Okay. No. So let's keep the curve, the natural straight line in between the two, and then I should be able to loft from this to this without the crazy bulge. Okay, so that's great. That is great. And what if I left all that? That's when things go cuckoo crazy. I do not want you. Thank you. Let's see if I can loft the... Why can't I select this one from over here? This is strange. Okay, that's strange. For some reason, it doesn't want to loft to the last one. Something's up with this one. Can you loft directly? This is strange. All right. So forget about it. We are going to go this way. First of all, I want to loft those together. So this is good. Is there a condition that I can change? No, this is crazy bulge. I don't like that. And this is stupid. Okay, so just going to keep it simple. Keep it like that. And what I might do from here is... let's see if I can do an extrusion with an angle. Let's see if that can work. If I extrude that with enough angle, it's going to require really a lot of angle. That might be not bad. That might be not bad at all. I have, okay, 20 degrees a bit much, maybe 15 degrees will keep in line. See this line over there? So I think this is good. I don't know if I can fillet this directly all the way around, or if I need to do an extrusion. Let's see. Oh, I might be able to just... oh, look at that. All right, if I find the right measurement, I might be able to have a nice natural... okay, I think that is it. That is it. This is okay. I'm going to show you what I was talking about the 3D sketch. So I'm going to try to smooth everything out a little bit. Don't need to go too crazy. Just a little bit of smoothing. This is just really the shell. It is far from being the final shape, but it is what the final shape is going to be built from. So now I'm going to remove the visibility on all of those, and so all I have is wireframe. That's my favorite way to look at something. Okay, yes, this is a really good tail, I think, for it. It's more round than the model, but I like the shape that it has. It is something a bit nearer my RJ Speed Buddy, which is over here. It's something more like that. So I like this shape. This is good. So from that, I'm going to cut the driver's seat. Let me show you what I was talking about with the 3D projection. So I want the back of the car to have a straight, probably a curved line up actually. So this is going to be the cut line for the body shell. And so there is no point in doing what I'm doing now, but I'm just going to show you anyway, that you can project your line on your 3D model like that, and this way you can separate the lines with each other. On this part, I totally don't need to do that because I'm just going to extrude the bottom, and then I will rebuild a new bottom part, which is going to be larger for the mold. But the cut line is going to be cut out as an extrusion directly. I don't need to go through the complicated parts. I'll do a lot of 3D projections like that when it's time to make body lines, paddle cuts and things of this nature. It's super useful to cut windows and tail lights and stuff like that. Okay, so I think I'm just going to cut away my driver area and I will be good to go. Okay, the high point is here, so I should have a almost straight line over there and more of a curve over here. So something like that is more proper, but it should be bigger than that. It should be, yes. Happy with that. And okay, all right, tangent is good. Let's do it. Let's extrude this away from it, and we have the beginning of the driver seats. So now what is very important to look at right now is, do I have any disturbance with what is underneath? Because you see my pod is very, very, very near underneath here. This is actually pretty good. Yeah, this is actually excellent. So because the driver is going to take some space over here, so there's going to be more material there. Okay, I'm really happy about that, and I think this profile for the back of the car is going to be very, very, very sexy. It's going to directly take us away from a replica of the 166, which I'm very happy about, because I want to have something more generic. This way, just by painting the car in different racing colors, then you can change it to a Lotus or just random brand I'm giving you, whatever you want it to be. I think between that, maybe exhausts and stuff like that, I can have from the same body set a lot of different looks of car available. So I think I'm gonna go away with this for today. This is pretty cool. You've seen all my struggles into designing the body, but that's what I want to share with this little video series. Is the final product is one thing, but I think for some people it might be interesting to see the entire process of designing. The way I do things, I do it directly on the software. I never sketch anything. I kind of have a pretty clear idea of what I want in my head, and I've been used to directly sketch basically on the 3D software right away and keep sometimes errors or struggles like the shape at the back. This is not the shape that I was looking for, but I'm extremely happy with the shape that I have over there at the back. So, you know, mistakes are a good thing in creating things and coming up with new ideas, and this is going to actually come up with a new personality for the car, which I'm really happy about. So that's it for now. Hope this was useful or enjoyable or any of the above, and I'll be back soon with more on this series. So on that note, stay safe. Bye bye.